Hello, dear soul, and welcome to this third Rising Phoenix story where I'm going to share about my perspective on my body before and after my spontaneous recovery and awakening. But before going into that story, I will just invite you to join me and Debbie Prediger tomorrow on Clubhouse with the goddesses as well. Me and the goddesses are going to be asking Debbie about her Rising Phoenix story. And if you don't know Debbie, she's a mindset coach and empowerment leader and many other things. She's really a powerhouse. She's really an amazing woman, and she has had some really exciting experience throughout her life, and also really these contractions that we all experience, almost all experience on this awakening journey. As powerful souls, we often choose those paths, as you probably know. But that is tomorrow, and it's at 5 p.m. CET, so that is the time in Denmark. It's Central European time. And did I say 5 p.m.? Yes. And or 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so you can see what that is in your time zone. And it's on Clubhouse, and there's a link in the bio to join if you want to. And there will probably also be an opportunity to share your own experience and ask questions and things like that. It will be an hour long. So we're really excited about that and hope that you will join. You can no longer be one of my 10 first followers because that is up. But now you can probably be one of my 21st followers. I'm completely new to Clubhouse, so that's a fun new world opening there. But me and Debbie will have this room running every Wednesday at the same time with the goddesses. So that is super exciting. Okay, so to my story, my Rising Phoenix story. And I can also say that a little bit behind this story, and also why I'm talking to Debbie about it, it's because the goddesses has asked us to really go in and reframe these experiences in our lives, where we feel that we were maybe powerless, or we feel very shamed, or we're blaming ourselves a lot about having these experiences and not being able to cope in a better way or have changed the situation. But really to shift the perspective on that and see it as our hero's journey, to see how we embodied such important experience and how we are creating like imprints and bridges to really gap into a new future, bridge a gap into a new future, and to create a higher reality together. So we volunteered to have some experience because it was exciting and fun, even though in our human experience we might have judged it a lot or felt very shameful about some experiences. So I'm going to talk about the experience I had with my body. So I shared my awakening experience many times by now. So if you're completely new to this channel and to my experience, then I will recommend that you go back and check it out, especially if you're having some body issues, because it's a really miraculous way of recovering. So for many, I know it gives many people hope if they're having some experience themselves. I had a concussion and whiplash, and I can say, which is more what I'm going into in this sharing, is that before that I had many other things that were still lingering around in my body. So it was a complete transformation of my body. So I can say I was at a quite young age, it was like my body was very tense, and it was not so strong in the way that I maybe would have liked it if I was looking at other bodies and seeing that's how you're supposed to be strong and that's how it's supposed to look. I was like carrying a lot of tension in my shoulders and my neck, and when I was around 20, it started to become more. I had a more like sore neck, and often had these where the neck was very stiff and was hurting a lot, and I was seeing a chiropractor and a physiotherapist, I think every 2 weeks or something like that. So I was really needing that assistance a lot. But the way I was looking at my body at that time is maybe the most important thing to share, because what I felt at that time was it had to live up to my head's expectation, I would say ego mind. And it's not to blame the ego mind, because I never felt that it needed to be blamed, because I could feel how it was really directed by being fearful. fearful of missing out, fearful of not living up to expectation, fearful of being different, and all these things. And that's why I pushed my body, and not just pushed in a physical sense, but mentally. And I feel that that was really hard on the body to all the time know that it was not good enough, that what I did was not enough, that when it was hurting, it was really it was very inconvenient. And these things, that these were the emotion I was filling myself up with at that time. Like, you're not good enough, we're not done yet, you have to walk an extra mile even though your back is hurting, maybe your feet is hurting. And I was also having a lot with the stomach, with the gut, with having pains in the body, and a lot with the neck and the back, and the back pain. And I was never able to do yoga and things like that. I always tried, but there was not really anything that was fitting in my body. I was dancing, and that felt very lovely to my body, because that was also very free, the type of dance. I was dancing African dance, and that was really freeing to my body to just move in that way. But I was still also pushing it sometimes. I can see that to really extend beyond what it was capable of. So during the spontaneous awakening and recovery, that was very fast over some days, that my body just took over the control and just start releasing these traumas one by one, by movement and contraction in the body. And it was like this force has been coming into my body that was much more wise than what have been controlling my body up until that, because this force was not aligned with fear or judgment. It was just like, this is what I do because this feels good, and this is right to the body. And it was knowing what I was capable of completely. So within a few days, I was really able to do these yoga movements, from not have been able to move my neck at all on my body, or to be able to sit on a chair, even because I had so intense pain. I was suddenly able to just lie on the floor, and my body was just moving how it wanted to move. So the mind was like disconnected for a while in that sense, and it still is from the way it was back then. It was like an old part of me that has just left the building, so to speak. And these movements were the new thing coming in, and this new way. And what I felt in that process was also the new thoughts, and the new thoughts was really, wow, okay, I've been blaming my body so much. I've been like, I've given you 2 minutes to sit down and rest. Now you should be able to come back and really effort. And that was just, I feel like laughing now. It's hilarious. Like pushing your body so much. I can, that is from my own experience. Pushing my body so much and then giving it 2 minutes to rest and be like, and now you should be ready to deal with everything. And that did really work very well. Or it hadn't worked very well up until then, and after that I was just like, that was history. But after this experience, I've actually never had any reason to see neither a chiropractor or physiotherapist. My body has been able to really reconnect to its own well-being all the time. And when it's not, it doesn't mean I don't have pain in my body. Sometimes my knees or my neck, very seldom, but in other parts of the body, I know that my body is perfectly able to just release the pain, but there's a reason why it's holding on to it. And then I'm just allowing it to do so without judging it. And I feel that is the huge shift I would like to share with you, and the perspective I would like to share with you. Knowing that your body can regenerate and recover from anything. And if it's not, there's a reason why, and it's not to be mean to you. There's simply some wisdom there that is waiting for you to align with it and to open to. And I can assist you with that if you want to. But also just enjoy the journey of your own. And I mean, I'm not sure I would have loved someone telling me at that point, but I would have loved someone sharing with me that everything is possible. That these things are really possible, and that it's all energy. Everything's happening in our body, it's all energy. So you can really allow it to start flowing freely, and know that it's gonna take the time it's gonna take, because you don't want to be overwhelmed with the emotions that are maybe locked up in the muscles and have all these strong overreaction in the body. That was all for now. I'm gonna keep it to 10 minutes. I'm wishing you a beautiful day and might see you tomorrow. Bye bye.